Hey everybody, welcome to Losing It. Again, I'm gonna do another video today real quick. It's kind of a rough day for me. I'm just kind of chilling in bed today. I just went for a walk after I had my protein shake and some water. And so my hair's jacked up from the wind outside. You'll have to excuse that, but today is not a very good day. Feeling very peppy or anything today. I just counted it up. I'm 5 weeks post-op. So I expected to feel a little bit better than this. Let me rephrase that. I did not expect to feel better. I just somewhere in my mind thought 5 weeks out I would probably be feeling pretty good. Um, I had the gastric bypass done, and it's I've had some trouble. I've had a complication. I've had some hiccups and some kind of having to, I guess in the community they call it a reboot. I've had to take a step back on my diet. Um, I'm going back to focusing on getting all of my water in that I need and focusing less on packing in the protein in the food, focusing less on what I can eat, and focusing more on getting my fluids in. Um, I really feel much better all over when I have gotten as close to 64 ounces of water as possible. um, it's just that when you are trying to get that much water in, let me take a step back. When you are drinking, you have to wait a certain amount of time before you can. You have to stop drinking and then wait a certain amount of time before you can eat. So that takes up a lot of time. I'm also trying to care for other people in my house, my children, and things like that. Um, so I just got off track. I started taking care of other people again, then putting a lot of things that I needed to get done before getting my water in. So, um, and then focusing a lot on, let's see if I can eat this, let's see if I can eat that, and how well do I tolerate this, and how well do I tolerate that food. And before I knew it, I was hardly getting maybe 4 to 6 ounces of water in me a day. Probably contributed to my hiccup, and talked about that the video right before this one. I think it's number 5. Um, so I have decided to go back, take a step back in my diet, go back to the protein shakes for breakfast and lunch, and then test the waters for dinner. But the protein shake is just like a meal. So I drink water, drink water, drink water. I'm also drinking Gatorade 2, the G2. Has less sugar. So I'm also drinking that in addition to water. And I'm trying to drink something hot in the morning. That's not working for me so far. So I'm going to try something different soon. I'll update everybody about that too. However, right now I'm about to try the GNC Lean Shake 25, and this is a flavor that I thought I might really like. Who knows? It's lactose and gluten free. I have to be gluten free, so that's a plus for me too. This is called the Shamrock Cream flavor. It has natural flavors, but it also has artificial flavors. That's one of the downsides about these pre-made shakes for me is they have fake sugars and artificial flavors a lot of the times. And I'm trying my best to stay away from heavily processed foods. I just really feel like, I don't know if I'm right on this or not. I haven't really looked into it a whole lot, but I really feel like these protein shakes, these pre-made drinks, pretty much are a processed food. Um, so when I think about what it must take to extract the protein um, out of a food and out of, milk and I guess break it apart to be the whey protein, whey protein isolate. I think, gee, that must be a big process. Maybe I'm wrong in that, but I'm just thinking to start with milk and break it all the way down to whey protein isolate. Probably quite a bit of processing that goes into that. But anyway, maybe I'll look that up and educate myself a little bit on that later. Okay, so one more thing I wanted to update is my BMI is down from 41, 42 down to 39 now. I'm really happy about that. That's great. I'm really proud of myself. I've had to weather a whole lot for these 35 pounds that I've lost. Probably doesn't sound like a lot when you look up other people's journeys and they're losing 100, 150. Right now, my journey, I'm not comparing myself to them. Right now, my journey, 5 weeks in, 35 pounds. I think that's great for me. So here we go. I'm going to try this shake and see how it tastes. This is going to be kind of fun. Kind of fun to see, to do a, my camera's shaking. Sorry, I'm still having to hold the phone. I might one day invest in an actual camera if I do these videos more often. So okay, like right off the bat, I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's got a nice packaging. My favorite ice cream is mint chocolate chip. So I think that this might have that minty flavor, that minty creamy flavor that I like. Obviously I cannot have ice cream anymore. I might have like a small bite here or there of someone else's ice cream, but I would never, right now with the way I feel, oh God, no, I would never consider eating even a serving of ice cream. So let me smell it. Okay, so it still has a hint of vitamins. I would say it's not near as bad as the chocolate, and so not even close to the overwhelming smell of vitamins in the vanilla flavored protein drinks. So that's a plus so far. Really like the way it smells. Very minty, and it does remind me of my favorite ice cream, so that's great. Okay, here goes the taste. I'm iffy. I think it may taste closer to my Lanta. That's kind of disappointing. It's not intolerable. I think I could probably, there's 14 ounces in here. I think I definitely could get through half of it. It's definitely minty, but instead of, I would think like, suppose it says it's Shamrock cream. It's a little bit like Shamrock chalk, to be quite honest. It's not insufferable. It's not intolerable. To me, the vanilla is insufferable. Like I just cannot get through that one. The chocolate ones seem to mask the vitamin flavor pretty well. The mint in this one could be a little stronger. I definitely think that's probably the issue there, is the mint flavor probably needs to be a little stronger. It's not intolerable. There's no way I could drink 14 fluid ounces all in one sitting anyway. Right now, all I can get through right now is about 4 ounces, 4 to 6. When it's a full liquid shake like this, if I'm just drinking G2 or water, I can drink a whole 8 ounces. Didn't used to be that way, but when I first started out 5 weeks ago, but now it is. So I might get to the point where eventually I can drink the 14 fluid ounces, but right now, 5 weeks out, No, I can see myself maybe getting through 6 ounces, maybe 7, so maybe halfway. And like I said, the taste is a little bit, I wouldn't say it's exactly like my Lanta. That was kind of harsh. But I think it's a little bit more towards that end of the spectrum than mint chocolate chip ice cream. I don't know. Who knows? Tomorrow I may try, for breakfast, I may try mixing a couple ounces of this with a couple ounces of my chocolate shake. That may be the way to go. All right, well, there was my review. Thanks.